My name is Chris. I'm just some bloke who used to travel a bit. My parents dragging me away off the beaten track as a kid, years of travel in hospitality, and the freedom to travel as a digital nomad. Gold cards. What do I know about gold cards? I'm just a website promoter who travels at the back of the plane. And up until British Airways gave me a bronze card back in 2018, I was a happy website promoter. But now all of a sudden, I need a gold card. Not mere silver with its lounge access and business class check-in, but gold. With its first class check-in, first class lounges and vintage champagnes. And this was a craving I wasn't going to be able to kick. But that mythical gold card requires 1,500 tier points in 12 months of travel. Well, somehow the first few months went quite well. Even after all that, I wasn't even halfway. 1,500 points to gold. The Istanbul trip in Club Europe grabbed me 160 points. The 4 flights in all classes with British Airways to Australia via Singapore, a whopping 525 points. Add to that a cheeky 40 points in Club Europe from London to Manchester, left me with a shortfall of 775 points. And not long before time ran out, there was only one thing for it: a gold card chase. Now I think the next time I go on a gold card chase, I might just book the flights before I set off to the airport. But due to the COVID pandemic beginning to make unwelcome changes to our lives and the clock ticking on my tier point year, I set off straight to Gatwick, as that is where I thought most short-haul 160 tier point flights depart from. Well, not for me. First value flight I could get was from Heathrow. But it wasn't till 2 p.m. the next day, so I checked into the hotel at Gatwick, and the next morning took the National Express to Heathrow. Then it was off to Bucharest in Romania. Good news. I've got another flight. I've got another destination. But first, I've got to go back to London Heathrow. Where? London. 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 Fish, chips, cup of tea. Worst weather, brilliant food. London. Mary Corblimey Poppins. London.
Morning guys, and oh my god, it's morning. It's up at 4:30 this morning. I've got a 5:25 check-in, 7:25 flight, and I'm just on the shuttle bus. I stayed at the Sofitel last night, which is fantastic, as I don't feel too terrible this morning. And I'm just on my way to Albania. I've just got back from Romania, so we've got 160 tier points in the bag, which is fantastic. And even better, Romania was amazing. Bucharest was a stunning city. I really enjoyed it. The sort of recent history of Ceausescu's Parliament Palace, which was an amazing tour with a fantastic guide, which really made it a good experience. But overall, the people were just so friendly. I think we have a slightly unfair opinion of what Romania is like. And yeah, my eyes were opened, and in a very good way. Lovely hotel, great people, brilliant food, lovely wine, and a great bit of history. So I had a great trip. Albania, you have a lot to look up to. Basically, I have no idea. My preconceptions of Albania are probably similar to yours. Closed country, last communist country, and who knows, it's still a closed currency, so it's obviously still got some restrictions. I will get a stamp in my passport, which is always lovely. So anyway, my shuttle has arrived, so it's time to go and check in, and we're off to Tirana. See you later. Morning everybody. I'm lying in bed in my hotel in Gatwick. Got back from Albania last night. It was another great flight with British Airways. I've got to say, I'm not sure about Tirana as a place to visit. I went in March. The locals are telling me you've got to come back in the summer. Not sure I will. Sorry guys. The flight yesterday was brilliant. of £240 and 160 tier points in the bag. It was great. However, I'm lying in bed in Gatwick Airport, and I'm on the laptop, and I'm trying to find a flight to get on today or tomorrow that will bag me 80 points each way, 160 tier points. And there's nothing of value out there. And it's strange, because if I read in the newspapers today, I hear that airlines are slashing their prices. It's almost as if the papers aren't telling the truth. Who'd have thought it? Anyway, I should get back on the laptop and see what I can find. And hopefully, we'll be getting on an aeroplane today. We'll be getting on an aeroplane tomorrow. And we will be off somewhere interesting to bag another 160 tier points. Okay, bye for now. It's back to the phone section. Morning guys, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. It's another early start, and today we're off to Madeira, which is another 160 point destination, a place I've been quite a few times, probably about half a dozen. I do love the island, and I love the fact that it's going to be 22, 23, 24 degrees, so that's no hardship. But as I've got the lounge to myself, I thought I'd give you a quick update of what's been going on. Basically, I thought I'd try and be clever. And I thought, instead of booking the business class ticket back from Tenerife, I'd book economy and I'd try and upgrade it for as cheap as possible. And therefore, that way, it would be an even cheaper way of getting 160 tier points. There's a little thing called the coronavirus going around at the moment, which is why I carry my sanitizer and why I'm washing my hands all the time. And I'm being conscious of my health activities. However, what it also means is an awful lot of people are ringing up British Airways. And unfortunately, when I went to the website to try and upgrade, the website told me to ring this number. And when I rang the number told me to go on the website and then just disconnected. After about 3 or 4 hours of trying, I did speak to somebody and they said, yes, Mr. Jones, we can upgrade you, that's not a problem. I just need you to put you through to someone else. Put me through to someone else, I was on hold for half an hour and then the line went dead. People have got far more serious problems than I have. This is supposed to be flight 7 of 10 to get the required points for the gold card. However, this is now looking like it is 7 of 12, which of course is another return journey with the very lovely people at British Airways. However, I have a plan. Not telling you what it is just yet, but I have a plan. So watch this space. Anyway, I'm going to have my cup of tea, and then I'm going to go and look at some aeroplanes. Enjoy. Cheers. Funchal, Madeira Airport. It's a cloudy day and I'm waiting for my BA flight, another 80 points to take me home. And it is going to be home, even though I need to do another 160 tier point flight. As you almost certainly know, there's an awful lot going on in the world and I can't really risk getting stuck outside the borders. So for now, this is my last flight. What will happen, who knows? There's still people flying, planes landing at Funchal. Condor flight from Dusseldorf came in and there's 106 people came off the steps. I counted because I thought it was going to be not many. Anyway, I'm getting some pretty nice footage. It's a fairly good platform to watch mostly A320s. But as I said, who knows what's going to happen next? We should just have to wait and see, and fingers crossed for all the people that are in far worse conditions than I am, struggling to get my 160 tier points. Really is meaningless with what's going on in the world, but hopefully everyone will be flying soon, and hopefully this worry will go away, along with a rather nasty bug. Anyway, let's see what happens next. Thanks for watching, guys.
Morning, guys. Well, we're back in the lounge at London Gatwick, and last time I was here I was getting on a flight to Madeira, but I had no idea what would be happening. Last time I spoke to you, spoke to this camera, was on Madeira's viewing platform, and I was saying that's it, that's the end, there's not really much more I can do. However, thanks to those good people in Scotland who haven't shut their borders. Now I know there's a young lady called Nicola who probably would have loved to shut the borders, but we're going to Edinburgh. We're keeping it going. So, it's a quick bit of breakfast. Really is a quick bit of breakfast. So I've got to say, I have no idea, like most people, what's happening with the coronavirus. What I do know is drinking red wine till the early hours, discussing what might be happening with the coronavirus, isn't a good way to start a day flying. But we have tea, we have orange juice, we have water, we have a little bacon sandwich, a little Spanish omelette, and I've about 10 minutes. So, it's only 40 points to Edinburgh, but as they say, every little helps. So, let's see what happens. Now, I've got my camera set up to do a time lapse from all the way from London to Edinburgh. So, right at this moment, there's a chance that a time lapse is about to start. Or on the other hand, not start. Let's see what happens. Anyway, thanks for watching this far, and I'm getting close. No matter what's being thrown at me, I'm getting close to it. So it's another 40 points nearer. No idea how we're going to do this. Borders are being shut, as I said, at every point, but I'm going to keep going. I am going to get 1,500 points. Thank you very much. Enjoy the time lapse, or don't enjoy the time lapse, whatever else comes next. Thanks. By the time I'd landed in Scotland, I started to feel this was getting a bit stupid, and what I was doing was getting pretty irresponsible. So sat on 1,235 points, I decided to call it a day. A heroic failure, so near so far. There was no bloody consolation. It was time to go home. So I jumped on the train and headed back to Lancashire. I stocked up and I shut the doors, waiting to see what this pandemic was going to bring. Then something unexpected happened. On Twitter, I started to hear that British Airways, due to the pandemic, had dropped its gold requirements to 1,135 points. Over the next few days, I searched for this information and duly logged into my account on my final day, May the 8th. Nothing. Still silver. Then on May the 9th, I logged in and saw this. And a few days later, in my mail, was this. A British Airways Executive Club Gold Card. Like they say, a lot can happen in a week.